Hello students. See students, in the previous video we completed exercise 18A of statistics. Today we'll start with 18B. I told you that 18B is graph. We have to use a graph paper. I'll be also using a graph paper. Make sure you have your graph paper or else get it and then watch the video. Keep a pencil, scale, eraser with you. Now, in the 18B exercise, they will ask you to draw a frequency polygon. In the exam, we will be asked to draw a frequency polygon. Now, there are two ways of drawing a frequency polygon. One way using histogram, and the second way is without using histogram, drawing it directly. Now what does this histogram means? Histogram is nothing but a bar graph. You may have seen bar graphs in different places. They are used in industries, they are used in for experiments to show data. There are a lot of applications of bar graph. So first we'll understand how to draw bar graph, and then we'll understand that by using this bar graph, using this histogram, I'll use the word histogram now. By using this histogram, how to draw a frequency polygon. Okay, so let's understand first histogram. This is the question, and we have to draw the histogram of this table, of this data. What is this data? This is the class interval and this is the frequency. This is the class interval and this is the frequency. Always remember, in a graph, I'm drawing this rough work here to just show you this data, just make you understand what is class interval, frequency, what is histogram, then we'll do fairly in a graph paper. So always remember, class interval is on the x-axis. This is the x-axis. Horizontal line is called as the x-axis and the vertical line is called as the y-axis. So this information, class interval, is always on the x-axis. So here will be the class interval. You should mark it like this, showing an arrow. This arrow shows that it is increasing in this order. Okay, and this here, this part is always the frequency. Okay, this is fixed. You cannot change them. Frequency will always be on the y-axis and class interval will always be on the x-axis. Then this value is always 0. Okay, irrespective of from your, even if our data starts from 50 or 100 or 120, anywhere, but this value will always be 0. Okay, now how to draw histogram. First let's mark this. Class intervals are 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I'll mark this here. 50, like this. I'll mark one extra also. And then frequency, you see frequency, see the highest value of frequency. The highest value is 15, correct? So we need at least the reading, the value should be at least 15, okay, or till 16 also you can take. So I'll take the values with the gap of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, I'll make you understand how to take these values in graph paper. Before that, let's have a rough idea. Now how to draw a histogram? See, between 0 to 10 the frequency is 7. Between 0 to 10 the frequency is 7. So 7 means here this is the 7. See, this is 8, this point is 8, sorry, this point is 8 and this point is 6. So 7 will be between 8 and 6 here, correct? From 0 to 10 the frequency is 7, means I will draw a bar like this, whose height, see, this is a bar, this is called as a bar. Like, see, the graph is going to be something like this. Like this, your bar graph will be like this. So these are called as bars and they are adjacent to each other. There should not be any space in between them. Okay, so this is your first bar and the height of the bar is nothing but the frequency. Okay, so next from 10 to 20 it is 12. So where is 12? 12 is here, this line. So I'll draw a bar here. The height will be till 12. Then from 20 to 30 it is 15. So where is 15? 15 will be between 16 and 14. So this height. This is 15. Then you have 30 to 40 is 10. So 30 to 40 is this. 10. 10 means this height. Like this. And 40 to 50, last one is 6. 6 is this height. Frequency is written here. So 6 is here. So this is how we draw a histogram. Okay, this is histogram. Now from this histogram I will draw a frequency polygon, but there are certain changes to be made here to make a frequency polygon. I will show you them once we start with the first sum. Now, what all things are important? First of all, you have to label the axis. This is the y-axis, label it as frequency. This is the x-axis, label it as class interval. Okay, then we have to write scale also. What is the scale of the graph? Okay, I'll show you the scale in the graph paper, but this is important, this part. So this is basically a histogram. Now, to draw the frequency polygon using a histogram, what we do, see, what is frequency polygon? Frequency polygon is something like this. It looks like this. A line. Frequency polygon is a line. And how to draw this line? When you draw a histogram, these bars of the histogram, you have to mark the midpoints of the bars of histogram. Whatever these bars are, you have to mark their midpoints. Okay. And then once you mark the midpoints, you have to join these midpoints using a scale. Okay, and see, you have started from here, you marked. Now we have to end this line also. So how to do that? Here, this was the last one. After this, we must make one extra class interval. See, my class intervals were, last class interval was 40 to 50. I will make one extra class interval while drawing the diagram. So I made 50 to 60 also. Okay, and the midpoint of this interval, 50 to 60, I will join it here and I will end my line here. Similarly, समझ में आ रहा है, एक एक्स्ट्रा, सी, इस लाइन को एंड करने के लिए, नीचे टच करने के लिए एंड में और स्टार्टिंग में एक एक्स्ट्रा इंटरवल बनाना पड़ता है. ओके, एक एक्स्ट्रा इंटरवल, एक्स्ट्रा क्लास इंटरवल. ओके, जहाँ पे इसको एंड करेंगे. अब इसमें इंटरवल स्टार्ट कहाँ से हुआ था? 0 to -10. सो इसके पहले का इंटरवल क्या होगा? 0 to -10 के पहले का इंटरवल, इट विल बी -10 to 0. करेक्ट. सो कुछ यहाँ पे आएगा -10, नेगेटिव में जाएगा बिकॉज 0 से स्टार्ट हुआ था ये ग्राफ. ओके, सो ये वाला इंटरवल होगा -10 to 0 एंड इसके जो मिड पॉइंट है उस पर हम इसे ज्वाइन करेंगे. सो दिस इज हाउ यू मेक अ फ्रीक्वेंसी पॉलीगॉन. ओके, सो 2-3 things are important here. First, that always in every sum you have to take one extra interval. एंड में भी एक एक्स्ट्रा लेना है और स्टार्टिंग में भी एक एक्स्ट्रा बनाना है यहाँ पे, समझ रहे, एंड में और स्टार्टिंग में एक एक एक्स्ट्रा इंटरवल बनाना है, करेक्ट. सो दिस वॉज अ बेसिक ओवरव्यू ऑफ हिस्टोग्राम. लेट्स स्टार्ट ऑन अ ग्राफ पेपर नाउ. Now I have a graph paper with me. Open exercise 18b and look at the first sum in the exercise. Okay, the first sum. Keep your textbooks open in front of you. Even I have my textbook in front of me. So the first sum, it says construct a frequency polygon of the following distribution. We have class intervals. Class intervals are starting from 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12. Okay. So here, as I have told you, that we have to take one extra class interval. Before that, let's draw the y-axis and the x-axis first. Okay. Use this boundary line, this line, to make the x-axis and y-axis, or you can draw it here also, leaving two lines, and you can draw it here also for neatness, but doesn't matter. That thing is not so important. I have left one box and I have drawn the y-axis from start to end till here, and then I'll draw the x-axis. Mark the arrows. Right here, y-axis, and here you write x-axis. This is the class interval. Right here, class interval. And here you should write the frequency. This value here is 0 always. Now in the question we have class intervals. Class intervals are from 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12. Okay, so start from here. This is 0, 0. I have told you to take one extra class interval, but this interval is starting from 0 itself. So we'll start from 0, 0 to 4. Take two boxes. Okay, if you are using a 2 centimeter graph paper, it is very good. This is a 1 centimeter graph paper. Okay, in the 2 centimeter graph paper, you will have one dark line here and the next dark line will be here. Okay, 2 centimeter graph paper. It will have dark lines like this. If you are using a 1 centimeter, you can follow my method. So see, take some extra space here. Okay, take this as 0 to 4. 0 to 4, then 4, then 8, 12, gap of 4, 16, 20, 24, and take one extra here. Okay, 28. Okay, now see the frequency values. The frequency values are 4, 7, 10, 15, 11, 6. See the highest value. The highest one is 15. Okay, so draw 15, mark 15 points here. So start with here. 1, 2, 3, mark 15. Take one box. till 15. Once this is done, and the first one 0 to 4, the 0 to 4 mark class interval, the frequency is 4. Okay, so the value, this bar will be till this height 4. So let's draw this. Correct? See, 0 to 4 frequency is 4. Similarly, 4 to 8 the frequency is 7. So 7 is here. Correct? So this was 4, this is 7. Similarly, draw 8 to 12, it is still 10. Then 12 to 16 is still 15. Keep drawing. (16 to 20), it is still 11. Where is 11? 11 is here. Then last one, 20 to 24, the value is 6. I will make the bars now. So my histogram is ready. Once your histogram is ready, we have to draw the frequency polygon. So mark the midpoints. Okay, and join the midpoints. Draw straight lines. Join 2 points at a time. Okay. Once we have joined the midpoints, as I told you, we have to take few points extra. Okay, we have to end this line. So how to end this line? The next interval, so this is one extra interval which we took, the midpoint of this extra interval. Join this line here. Here our graph is already starting from 0. तो extra interval अगर यहाँ पे लेंगे तो वो negative में जाएगा. Okay, but still let it go in negative. Extend this line a little bit. So when you take one more extra, this will be the midpoint. Okay, so end the line here. Now your frequency polygon is complete. This line is your frequency polygon. Okay, which shows you that how the values were increasing and then the value were decreasing. Okay, I hope you have understood exactly how to draw a frequency polygon. This was the first sum in your book. Now I'll explain you how to write the scale. Okay, see, you must write the scale here in the right hand side top corner of the graph paper. right here, scale. Okay, if you are using a this type of graph paper, 1 centimeter graph paper, then your scale will be like this. On x-axis, on y-axis, on x-axis and on y-axis. Writing scale means you have to write on what is the scale on x-axis, what is the scale on y-axis. Okay, 1 centimeter equals and 1 centimeter equals. Okay, this is common part for all the scale. Now for this graph paper especially, what we have taken, on x-axis 1 centimeter, let's see, this is my x-axis, correct? On the x-axis this is 1 centimeter. Okay, this much is 1 centimeter. So this 1 centimeter is equals to how many units? See this one, see this is 0, this is 2, this is 4, correct? That means this 1 centimeter graph paper is actually 2 units. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, correct? I have taken 2 units. ये जो गैप है 1 सेंटीमीटर का ग्राफ पेपर का, उसको मैंने 2 लिया है, 0 to 2 डायरेक्ट, फिर 2 to 4, ये गैप की वैल्यू 2 हो गई, करेक्ट? तो मैं यहाँ पे लिखूँगा 1 सेंटीमीटर इज 2 यूनिट्स. ओके, और ऑन वाई एक्सिस पे देखते हैं, दिस इज वाई एक्सिस. इस पे 1 सेंटीमीटर को मैंने 0 to 1 ही यूनिट लिया है, 1 सेंटीमीटर को 1 यूनिट लिया है, करेक्ट? सो आई विल टेक दिस 1 सेंटीमीटर इज 1 यूनिट. ओके, सी ये इम्पॉर्टेंट क्यों है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपको ये जो फ्रीक्वेंसी की वैल्यूज़ है ये 100 तक दी है, ओके, सो यू कैनॉट ड्रॉ 1 2 3 4 till 100. ग्राफ पेपर इज स्मॉल. ओके, so that time we will take like this 0 5 10 15 20 directly. That means 1 centimeter ko you will take 0 to 5 units. That time you will mention y-axis that 1 centimeter is 5 units. Okay, I will explain you when the sum comes. So copy this scale. If you are using a 2 centimeter graph paper, then the scale will change. Here instead of 1 centimeter you will write 2 centimeter. Okay, well, I think most of you will be using this graph paper only. So we are done with the first sum. I did this sum very slowly so make you understand each and every step. Now let's start with the second sum. Okay, there is one more concept here which is left, that is kink. When and why to draw kink. So I will explain you when the sum comes. Okay, let's do the second question now. The second question in fact is very simple. Second question is very simple. I'll just explain you in rough. I will do the third one. The second question I will explain you here how to do it. It's a very simple question. Second question, see the question, the interval start from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, correct? So you mark a 0 here, then 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and mark one extra 70. Okay, and in the frequency the maximum value is 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, then you draw the bar graph. Okay, remember in this question the interval start from 10 to 20. Okay, so there is no interval from 0 to 10. There is no value for 0 to 10. Okay, so keep it like this, keep it empty, because we need one extra, correct na? I have told you that we need one extra in the beginning and one extra in the end. Okay, so this will help us, 0 to 10. Okay, so the first value from 10 to 20 is 3. So 10 to 20 is 3, means here. So I'll draw a straight line here. 10 to 20, 3. then 20 to 30 is 5, then 30 to 40 is 6, 40 to 50 is 4, 50 to 60 is 2. So this is how your bar graph will look like, and then you have to mark the midpoints. Don't forget to label. This is the y-axis, write here frequency, okay, and write here class interval, okay. Then join the midpoints. This midpoint, this extra class, the midpoint of this extra class, and the midpoint of this extra class. So this is how your frequency polygon for the second sum will look like, okay. Then you will have to write the scale on x-axis and on y-axis 1 centimeter equals, okay. So now in your textbook, if you have taken the 1 centimeter as 0 to 5, okay, then this total is 2 centimeter. For example, you have taken the total as 2 centimeter, so this half part, that is 1 centimeter, will be 5 units. So you write 1 centimeter is 5 units in the x-axis, and in the y-axis here 1 1 1, it is same. So y-axis will be 1 unit. So you have taken the gap of 1, okay. So this question is done. Second one, you can pause the video, draw this properly in your graph book, okay, then proceed with the question number 3. Question number 3 is important. There are 2 important things in this question. You must remember, in the question number 1, which was 0 to 4, 4 to 8, correct, this was the question, the data is continuous. You see 0 to 4, then 4 to 8, same number is repeating, means data is continuous. Here also 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, the data is continuous. But in the third question, the data is not continuous. In the third question, they have given 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24. You see 10 to 14, then directly 15 to 19, directly 20 to 24. Means the data is not continuous. Okay, this is also called as inclusive. This is not continuous, so we will make it continuous, okay. You remember, we used to find actual limits, okay. So that is what we will do here in this question. We will find the actual limits, okay. So I'll explain you this. Make sure you first complete this graph and then proceed with the video. For question number 3, this is the class interval. Find the actual limits. And the frequency is already given. Frequency is 5, 8, 12, 9, 4. Now how to find the actual limits? You remember the adjustment factor. Okay, what was adjustment factor? See, the first class is from 10 to 14. The next is directly 15. Means 14 और 15 के बीच में 1 का गैप है. There is a gap of 1. करेक्ट. 14 से 15 के बीच में यहाँ पे 1 का गैप है. सो एडजस्टमेंट फैक्टर क्या होता है? जो भी गैप है अपॉन 2. ओके, सो गैप कितना है यहाँ पे? 1 का गैप है. अगर समझो ऐसा होता है 10 to 14 एंड 16 to 19, डायरेक्टली 16 होता है यहाँ पे, तो 2 का गैप हो जाता. बट यहाँ पे 1 का ही गैप है. 14 के बाद सीधा 15 आ रहा है. एक नंबर स्किप हो गया है, एक नंबर का गैप. सो दिस गैप इज़ 1 upon divide by 2. So 1 upon 2 is 0.5. This is your adjustment factor, 0.5. Now how to use it here? Adjustment factor लोअर लिमिट से सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है, अपर लिमिट में ऐड करना है. ओके, ऐड इन द अपर लिमिट एंड सब्ट्रैक्ट इन द लोअर लिमिट. आई होप यू रिमेंबर. ओके, फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज. सो सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, 10 में से 0.5 माइनस करेंगे तो इट विल बी 9.5. 14 में 0.5 ऐड करेंगे तो दिस विल बी 14.5. ईयर 15 में से माइनस करना है 0.5, so this will be 14.5 and 19 plus 0.5 is 19.5. 20 minus 0.5 is 19.5. 24 plus 0.5 is 24.5. So this will be 24.5. Here also subtract. Now this question, now the data became continuous. See, 9.5 to 14.5, then 14.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 24. Data is become continuous. Now this information we will plot in the graph. Okay, we will plot this. One more thing, we have to take one limit extra. You remember? So the next extra limit, I'll write the values for extra limit also. 34.5 to 39.5. ओके, ये हायर लिमिट में एक्स्ट्रा ले लेंगे, एक एक्स्ट्रा लेना है, और लोअर में एक एक्स्ट्रा लेना है. ओके, सो वो क्या होगा? डोंट राइट इट हियर, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एग्जांपल दैट एक्स्ट्रा लिमिट विल बी 4.5 टू 9.5. ओके, ये वो एक्स्ट्रा लिमिट होगा लोअर साइड में. ओके, लोअर साइड में, और ये हायर साइड में एक्स्ट्रा लिमिट. Let's plot this graph. Okay, take a new graph paper, draw the x-axis and y-axis on that graph paper quickly. Mark everything. Now our range starts from 9.5 to 14.5, and this is the extra one, 4.5 to 9.5. So I'll start from here, 4.5. So 0, I'll take this first one as 4.5, then 9.5. Okay, see, mark only one value. See, 4.5 to 9.5, then next is 9.5 to 14.5, 14.5 to 19.5. So mark these values. Okay, this 4.5, 9.5, 14.5, 19.5, these values. So automatically the range will come 14.5, then 19.5, 24.5, 29.5, 34.5. The last one, extra one, 39.5. Okay, this 0 will remain here only. Okay, my data starts from here, 9.5 to 14.5, and this is the one extra which I made. Okay, this extra, this one is extra, and this one is extra. Correct. Data starts from 0. 4.5 to 9.5 is the extra one, so there is some gap here. 0 to 4.5, I had to draw some gap. Okay, I will tell you what will happen here. Let's draw the frequency. The highest value of frequency is 12. Okay, so I'll mark 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so let's draw. Make sure from 9.5 to 14.5 you have to draw 5. Frequency is 5. So it is still here. Then I'll just mark from 14.5 to 19.5 is 8. This gap is 8. So 8 is here. Then the next one is 12. The next one is 9. So 9 is here. And the last one is 4. Draw the graphs. So I've completed my histogram. Now we will join the midpoints. This is the extra class interval, and these were the extra class intervals. So take their midpoints to start and end your frequency polygon. So this will end here. This is how your frequency polygon will look like. Okay, see, data started from 9.4 to 9.5 to 14.5, one extra interval. Okay, now one important thing here, very important part. See, if you see the class size here, class size, it is 4.5 to 9.5, that is difference is 5. 9.5 to 14.5, difference is 5. 14.5 to 19.5, difference is 5. So this class size is 5, correct? But you see the first one, it is 0 to 4.5. That means this class size is 4.5 and all others are 5, correct? So this first class size is different. This first class size is different and it is extra. So whenever you have like this, that your data starts from some random number, okay, and your information is here and there is some extra part here, okay, so this you will mark as a zigzag line, and this zigzag line is called as kink. Okay, K-I-N-K. Whenever you have this extra part left out here from where you start your first extra interval, then your data, then the last interval. So this extra part here, whose size will never be equal to the size of the remaining classes. Okay, so you have to draw a kink here. This is called as a kink. Okay, so this will automatically happen when you will plot your data. You will automatically see there is an extra class here. There is a class size which is different from the other class size. Okay, so at that time you will draw kink. I'll do more sums based on this kink in the next few sums, but for today. This was the first sum which we did kink here. Now let's write the scale on x-axis and on y-axis. 1 centimeter equals, okay, so let's see. On the x-axis, your 1 centimeter, you can take any 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and this is 2 centimeter. This total is 5. That means this 1 centimeter is 2.5. Correct? See, this total from year to year is 5. So this half from year to year is 2.5. That means on x-axis your 1 centimeter is 2.5 units. Okay, and on the y-axis is normal. 1 centimeter is 1 unit. 1 centimeter is 1 unit. Okay, so this will be same. This is how you write the scale, and this is how you draw the frequency polygon. Okay, this is all what you have in frequency polygon. In the next video, I will draw 2-3 more graphs for further practice so that we understand properly the concept of kink. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, students.